thank you very much to the desk for a good breakdown of what happened on map number 1, and also, you know, maybe what we could expect out of map number 2. Moses, what are you thinking? This is North's map pick, if I'm not mistaken. Does that give you any hope at all?
No, that doesn't really help anything at all. Here's what the scary part is. I think Chad kind of nailed it, because I think the big thing with these kind of teams at this level is you never. The reason why we can be so confident with like predicting which tier 1 teams are going to win, and even then we're obviously sometimes wrong, but you kind of have a wider, you know, sample size of how consistent they are individually. This just seemed like North came out so flat and weren't even there as individuals, so obviously nothing they do is going to work. And they had so many advantages in that first map that they threw away or that didn't go their way, despite having the positional advantage, the money advantage, whatever it might have been, they still lost. And that's got to be very worrying if you're hoping for a third map, if you're hoping for North to come back in the series and make it to the grand finals. And then Breeze was just a badass.
He was. It was quite something to watch, really. So I think NRG just a fun team. They've been a fun team to watch almost the whole tournament.
It's always fun when you start to see teams, like, no matter what region they're from, because like you always get players and teams who are identified as having a lot of young potential. Like Mouse Sports was one, right? And they've been very exciting for the past year.
Yeah.
You know, now NRG has all these like 3 young players in the North American region that are at least playing in the North American region. Cirque obviously from Bulgaria, but they've kind of been identified, Breeze and Ethan especially, as like kind of these next stars. So you're seeing them reach their potential. Valda had that around him for some time as well before joining this lineup. So it's always exciting seeing those kind of young players finally realize their potential and perform the way that you knew they would eventually, and just when you never kind of expect when it's going to happen, but you know it'll come.
Well, what you guys may not know is that we are actually conducting an experiment in this game to figure out which of the 2 philosophies work best. Either try and win right away, or try and dig your way to the bottom, and then when you've found that rock bottom, eventually you can find your way back up, and everything's going to be smooth.
That's kind of a cool philosophy as well, because what you're saying is we're so good that we can dig ourselves out of any hole. You know, we can pull ourselves up.
You've really proved it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a B rush, so let's see if the dig continues or if North are finally going to find a little bit of success in this semi-final. Fugly and Breeze already taking 2 down. Oh my god, they're getting completely shut down. That is not even close. Listen, Moses, eventually, as you're digging through the soil and the dirt, eventually that shovel is going to make that dink sound, and you know you've got it.
And you know you've hit
You've got the
something,
bedrock.
yeah.
You've found your way down. It's not yet, but it's going to happen.
I think North might have just hit that dink, but they also broke the handle of the shovel in that B rush. So where do you go from here? Dig with your hands.
Yeah, now you've committed. You might as well keep going.
Yeah, that is a brutal start for a North team that just get wiped off of map 1. And I mean, Daps didn't even have to do anything. Daps was boosted up in the bomb site. He was the insurance policy, and they didn't even get to him. AZ is creeping in the smoke on A ramp. He's got a Deagle and light armor. They actually have 4 players with bought up armor, so no utility. They need these Deagles to ring out. Cirque looking for that jump up. Ooh, he just narrowly misses the timing. Obviously doesn't realize it, didn't spot anything. This is a lot of space given up over to North, though, as Cirque kind of backs out of the window room, doesn't want to mess with the boost. So they have an avenue to get up connector. They have an avenue to get towards jungle. Ethan's watching that from underneath the balcony. 4 players in mid from North. They've got to be worried, though, because without smokes, I mean, obviously they don't have to worry. We know that. But without smokes, they have to be very cautious how they take this.
Yeah, absolutely won't be easy breaking this. Also, no Molotov to clear out Ethan or anything. If they come running out of the connector, maybe they can sort of isolate him in that corner. But
it's a scary thing. When you give up this much space as the defense, 1 Deagle shot can just change this entire round.
Very right indeed. That's probably what North are hoping right now. Under 40 seconds. Daps is pushing in on one side of the map while the attack is happening on the A side. Ethan doing a very good job. That's so good. Spraying through the box without really exposing himself, trying to use the ladder, and he's just staying alive forever and ever. And it's going to be a nice triple for Ethan. That is absolutely perfect.
Can see the danger, though. Fortunate that Ethan gets that triple kill, or else that round changes. KRB going for a tough duel against Breeze, who gets dinked. But it's 2-0, and NRG lose absolutely no one. That is a full investment for North. No plant, no kills. That did not work out in any way. Only Mertz kind of saved Saved money. He's got 3,400. He wants that AWP out immediately. And that's an interesting topic in and of itself, is because of kind of some of the economic back and forth in that first map, neither team was really able to bring out the op too much. Mertz had a couple good rounds with it, but wasn't able to have it consistently. I think Cirque had it maybe once or twice, and I don't even think he got a kill with it.
No, definitely was a little bit of a different kind of overpass that we saw there. It worked out just fine. This time, no armor and really just hoping to run onto the bomb side and get a bomb plant down. But that did not work out. Fugly will be the only one going down, and that's just fine. No problems all here for NRG in the first 3 rounds. They've lost one person in the, one kill in 3 rounds.
And it was that previous one right there with just the Glock, and so no big deal.
Suddenly feels like rock bottom.
I guess we'll see after this round, right? This is what signifies how far North has gotten in their dig to the bottom.
Someone should make a Photoshop.
Maybe they're like what's that children's story of like the crane who digs himself a hole and then never digs himself an escape route as he digs the hole?
That sounds really dark. You sure that's a children's story?
I'll tell you after this. It is. It has a good message at the end of it.
Okay. Maybe the secret is that NRG are actually just pouring dirt into the hole from above. And it's just, I'm starting to wonder if this is rigged. AZ sneaking in from behind. The timing is good, and he's going to get the kill on Ethan, but here's the problem. He actually doesn't know that Fugly's there. This could be an interesting swap at the end of this round if Fugly finds the right timing. Daps on the bomb side is in an enormous amount of trouble. But Breeze is going to pick up 2 more kills, and somehow Daps gets the one with the MP9. These are the sorts of fights that North have to win if they want to get back into this game. 2 on 3 as MSL picks up a kill on Breeze. The bomb is stuck here for a minute, but Suck is going to be going down. A nice triple kill for MSL. And NRG, I think, slightly losing track of what was happening in that push. I don't think they were expecting that fight to go that deep into the jungle. Now the bomb is going to be going down, and Fugly, he did have very crisp aim yesterday. So let's see if we can see it here.
Oh, this was going so good for NRG, and they've let North off the hook. Fugly, this flank, he's got to feel so frustrated, never coming to fruition. He had such good positioning. He had AZ who didn't spot him, who killed his teammate, and now he's got to find a 1-on-2 victory. He has all the utility he could ever want in the world. Smoke going to go down, nade out towards Ticket Booth. No one's there. It's not going to deal enough damage. It goes way too deep as well. Tapping the bomb, MSL coming through the smoke, and Mertz is going to finish it off. That's a triple kill from MSL, and you're right. I think NRG got swarmed and felt a little uncomfortable with the angles of those fights over towards jungle. Weren't expecting some of the follow-up peaks that came in, but never able to get 2 players covering that bomb at the same time. So North thankfully respond in the 4th round.
It's good news, but it's not one of those like really convincing rounds, because the fact that they lost the MP9 and the fact that they almost got shut down in the mid-connector still sort of makes me think, well, it shouldn't go that way. You know, you got that early kill for AZ, you should be able to open it up. It's just an MP9 covering the A-bomb site, so we'll take it, you know.
You also still had Breeze, who was able to just straight up, heads up, duel 2 players and win both times. So that's got to make you feel a little awkward. Cirque with the AWP, which like we said a couple times, we didn't have to see that in the first map.
Oh, you said this at the end of the first map, that if Breeze was going to continue to play at this level, then it doesn't really matter what North are going to try and do. They are probably going to get shut down.
You have Ethan, who had a hot start as well. 6 kills on Ethan, 6 kills on Breeze. MSL leading the way with 3 kills, all in that 4th round. So big impact for him. In the opening gun round for North. And it's a pretty patient tactic out of the Danish side. AZ and Palace, Caribbean coming through underpass, and MSL and Valdo waiting for Caribbean to get into position so they can help start to take that mid control. Smoke's out, and they're just going to back away from it. Hasn't caused any shift in the defense, and they're going to go back towards the A bomb site. So Caribbean turns into a lurker now.
AZ's been waiting a long time up in the apartments and can't have gathered too much intel. There's always a chance in this kind of strategy, this kind of setup for NRG, that Ethan is going to be left alone with behind the smokes. So it's going to be a hard choice for Cirque and Fugly to make if they want to help him out. He's very close. Going to get flashed in. What a perfect flashbang. Spraying them down. Almost a triple kill, Ethan. That is beautiful. They didn't wait for the smokes. They went just a little bit earlier, and that timing is perfect. Kirby has to do something, and he'll take down Breeze at least. Cirque, if he gets this kill on AZ, the round is definitely done. Shoulder peek. Only a couple of seconds left, and that's AZ out of the round. And I don't think it matters what Kirby does. It's only 10 seconds. He has to go back and pick up the bomb, and waiting at the edge.
If you're NRG, just don't die. Just save the weapons, let Kirby live. You don't have great economy. He's going to pick up the AWP, and he's going to back away. A nice round. Perfect timing on that pop flash, and you could see maybe a little bit of frustration at MSL as he tilts his head back because, I mean, that wasn't necessarily a bad call. It's not like they did anything wrong. It was just a perfect timing of when our NRG makes their play. And Ethan is able to get the benefit of a couple free kills. No plant there for North.
And here's the thing, though. I think North could survive that kind of bad timing if they hadn't just gone for the first map. Like, I think it's the emotional thing that we're talking about now.
Where it just all feels hopeless.
Yeah, you know, you've got the right idea, and if you'd got the smokes in and managed to get up off the ramp, maybe it would have been fine. But they start that A push with 2 men, almost 3 going down, and everyone was flashed. No one could respond. That's a little bit hard to deal with.
That is very stressful. And this is also now what they got 4 rounds on the T side on Overpass, and they never won 2 together. They have now won their 5th T side in the series, their first on Mirage, obviously, and they get responded immediately. So still not able to string any offensive rounds together.
AWP on Kjaerbye. He put the AK on over the Mertz, I believe, and I think it's just because he got the spawn for the A-bomb side that he wanted to try and see if he could run and pick off that kill, which is not such a bad idea. We talked about this, I think, yesterday, that can be a lot of fun on Mirage.
He's going to drop it right back over. They'll swap those guns. But it is, I mean, NRG is going to be fine with this. The fact that North is buying up around that AWP, so only 2 super powerful weapons, the AWP and the AK-47. The rest have the pistols. Also going to be very light on utility, so it's going to be, again, reconvene towards middle. This time they kind of have to hit here, whether it's going to be a boost, whether it's going to be up connector. I think the nice thing for North at the moment is that this NRG defense at the B bomb site has been passive. They haven't really pushed up into B halls to get the information, and they haven't pushed up on catwalk to be able to sandwich those defenders in connector.
It's a great idea for a boost. You could do it on either side of the underpass tunnel, but nobody's there to get spotted. So all they've done at the moment is waste a bit of their own time. We're going to be close to 40 seconds now, and NRG are fine with just waiting around like this. They know they're not going to have very much utility, if any at all, so why take any risks?
Just don't give up any early kills. They are going to readjust into a hit at this A bomb site. MSL has a smoke in middle. AZ has a flashbang, and the other smoke is on Kjaerbye, who's at A ramp. They're going to try and hit this up. Ethan is once again underneath the balcony. He'll have a big job to do. He was tested for, he's on top of it at the moment. Flashbang going to come out. They're starting to circle, though. He's got to win that fight. MSL's blind. That's the bomb down. He can call for the rotations. He's holding longer, but Cirque now chiming in with the AWP. That's AZ from Palace, a very important player to this hit.
Trying a bit more. Mert's going to pick up Daps. That's not bad at all. It's a 3-on-3, but Breeze comes running right in to pick up that kill. No one could respond. No chance for a refrag. And now Valdo and Kjaerbye, sure, they've got the bomb down, and it's in a position where they can cover it from the ramp, but there are 2 smokes here, so any second now, yeah, Kjaerbye's doing a good job getting in front of the smokes and trying to see if he can delay that push into the bomb side a bit. He kind of has to do something now. He's taking a fight. He's going to get the one, but Breeze is on top to pick it up, and now Valde, no armor and a deagle, can see right under the smoke maybe. There is a kid on Fugly, and Breeze is covering it, and I don't think there's a way for Valde to really do this. He's going to come running through, but it doesn't matter. Breeze with the triple, and NRG with another round on the board, looking so good at 5-1.
Yeah, a really nice retake. Patient once they got into the 3-on-2. Breeze coming through the smoke at the perfect time to take out Mertz. And then I think Breeze wanted to take a follow-up fight towards ramp, but I think they called out the fact that they had 2 smokes, and they just wanted to wait so they could smoke off and isolate those players. Shout out as well again to sponsors that make this event possible. NVIDIA, the preferred graphics platform of Starladder.
One flashbang, hoping for a bomb plant right now is North. This is going to start feeling a bit hopeless for them, I think. We're getting to the point where if you have like 6 rounds in so many, out of so many rounds that have been played in first and second map, it's just not great. Well,
yeah, well, I mean, I like that from Daps. He's just saying, listen,
calm down.
You're not going to get that kill. You don't know how to kill anything. I'll take it from you.
Yeah. I said back off.
Yeah, I mean, you can read into it. Obviously, the audience can't see it, so I'll kind of take the screen away. You can read into this what you will, but we've seen a couple of rounds now where after fights and after rounds, a lot of North players are asking like, "What's your HP?"
Yeah,
and that's usually to me that feels like a sign of frustration. Like whenever I always made a point never to ask for that because. Well, that shows your opponents that you're frustrated, and I think you have to start feeling that now if you're North and you're asking these questions.
I think you made an even better point that I really love, that I'm sorry that no one's taken you up on, but should just always say
1.
100%.
Or 100, yeah,
Yeah.
1 or 100.
Just lie about it.
Yep.
I think that's a great idea.
Well, I've
I'm
seen
over-
I existed it once in a
Yeah.
tournament. I saw exist to it, and it made me so happy.
That's great. That's just because that will obviously really annoy people if they feel like, I've got so many hits in the almost most of it, and you say like, 75.
Yep.
Well then, 8th round is coming up, and the dig continues. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? What a resurgence from this NRG team after a couple of poor events, after a great online stretch, and then even, I feel like they even got a slow start to this event itself.
I think that's one of the most impressive things that we're witnessing right now, because it is really common that when you have that resurgence, you sort of, oh well, you cancel that. MSL trying to rush it down. Valda with a refrag. This is a very, very quick hit coming out of the connector. Kirby going to get one on Ethan as well. That's not bad, but he's still going to deal with Cirque, who's at this CT spawn. And remember, he's no slouch with that AWP. Don't give him any openings, because he'll definitely ruin your day. Daps is going to be coming in with a very, very slow flank into the middle. And because it's so slow, you wonder if it's going to catch North off guard. Currently, Kirby's kind of waiting, but this is just a surprise for North. They're so quick into the bomb site that NRG just weren't ready for it.
I don't think they'll be able to find Kirby, even if they want to. There's no smokes left on the CT side as well. Going to tap the bomb. Daps has to stop Kirby. He's sticking it. Baldy's going to swing out. There's the scope, and Daps does find Kirby, but AZ's peeked out from A-ramp, and Daps is left in a 1-on-2. I don't think he can do this whatsoever. Got to back away. That's going to be an up-down as well. That's a nice win from North, and they changed things up. This time they just say, you know what, we're not going to give up the fact that we're going to hit this A-bomb site. Let's just walk up connector. They're playing it very passively. That's a good adjustment from MSL. If this NRG defense is going to be playing this far back and waiting for the executes, don't give them an execute. Just walk up and play contact, and as you said, they gain so much ground, they gain so much space before the defense is ready to react.
Some of these teams sometimes they make it out of sort of playing mostly online, and they finally make it to the playoffs of a big tournament. I think it's very common that first quarterfinals that you have is not a good one, because you just aren't, you're kind of like, the nerves are there, you're kind of a little bit jittery. They're playing straight through the quarterfinals, now into the semifinals, and they look like a really professional team at the moment. This is just beautiful to watch. Cirque, 2 for 1. AC almost going down to that. Very nice shot indeed. And again, North not going to be too happy, although Kirby will be finding a refrag on Fugly at least. Daps finding Valdez is still a man advantage here for the NA side. Breeze coming in a little bit aggressive maybe. I don't think that was really necessary.
No, he backed away, and I thought that was the good decision. He did have a couple seconds where he might have been able to find Kirby backing out a connector or AZ with low HP, but that's too much. So small mistake for Breeze. That's given North a big chance. Question now for NRG is, do they have, I mean, they've answered pretty much every single challenge. Daps is going to push up right into Mertz. He's got to be careful. There's an off angle. They're both peering at each other. It's a good win for Mertz. That is a nice find, as Daps wanted to get some information, but it's just too early in the round. North has hit the pause button. They're willing to wait, and now it's Ethan up next. And this is where you see some of that inexperience, feeling uncomfortable with this much time on the clock in a 3 versus 3. Yeah. And they've given up so much, and now Cirque isn't even looking the right way.
I wonder if this could be the map also, because they weren't doing this on Overpass. This is one of the things that we were sort of excited about. Cirque in a lot of trouble, getting shut down by Kirby in the middle. That's a quad kill for Kirby. That's probably one of the players they don't want to have come alive right now on the NRG side. Just let Kirby sleep.
You also can't give him the fights that you gave him in middle. He had a very easy time, obviously trying to chase down Cirque early on in the start. But the fact that he's just controlling middle the whole time, Ethan pushes into him, Breeze pushes into him, and you're fighting on his territory at that point. And now it's a pretty crippling round. That's finally the first time in this series that North has been able to win 2 rounds in a row on their T side.
I think it's also the first time that NRG have actually gone for a real save. I mean,
yeah,
they have a flashbang into the middle. Moses, they can't be this soulless. If they win this round with USPs against North, I mean,
I'd lose it.
If that isn't rock bottom, I just don't know what is.
Well, they're holding. There's the flashbang, so it's a bit too early. There's no, actually, excuse me, hasn't used it yet. So they're waiting. They're waiting for the footsteps.
Oh God!
If they get him on catwalk, there it is. They're out in the open. Boulder, they're lined up, and they can't fight everyone. But oh, they just recover in time. A good idea was almost there.
I wasn't
Nicely
scared
done
at
from
all.
Boulder. Yeah, not even a little bit nervous.
Not even a little bit nervous.
I like this timeout from NRG. They're going to have another bye coming in, and they know if they can win this round, they can really kind of start to stifle North's offense once again. Got to talk over exactly what they're seeing, and actually maybe not even necessarily a tactical timeout. Maybe they're just getting the pause to calm everyone down. Maybe you see I'm a Pet. We don't see his lips moving. We don't really see his lips at all.
No, it's hard to do lip reading when you can't see somebody's lips. 6-4. But that was a nice attempt from NRG. I mean, you know, instead of just spreading out default, which we hate with the USPs, just
yeah, go for something. Get frisky. Get weird.
That's what we want. Cirque with the AWP, but North, you know, starting to string a couple of rounds together. They're building a foundation. They set up a base camp at the bottom of the mine.
Is this where they decided we've hit it? Now it's time to get out? We'll see. See if it pans out. It's bold strategy. There they go. They want to take back some ground to NRG. Just one flashbang, and they don't see anyone right at the top, so they're going to back away. Didn't get the fights they wanted, so I'm not against that idea.
Yeah, lingering around can be a bit dangerous.
I'm going to run out of utility quick, though, on this defense.
See if North are going to realize and make something of it. Although I will say, you obviously want the utility as much as you can, but some of the shots that NRG are hitting in this semifinals is still going to be quite dangerous even without it. Great grenade on Kirby. That was in connector, and he's going to be tagged up fairly from that.
That's very, very helpful, bringing him down to 45, but still 55 seconds on the clock. Two players deep in towards the B bomb site. They're going to get split. I don't know if they realize it quite yet. There's no op here as well. It's Breeze and Daps. Well, Breeze has been stellar. It's not going to be an easy affair, especially if Daps can't get something done or Daps goes down. Mertz as well. You know that he has these angles down pat.
Absolutely ready for it. They need to go right now. 30 seconds. Just two defenders on the B bomb side. Let's see if it's going to be enough for NRG. If they can do it one more time. Defending inside, Breeze exposing himself, and I think Daps, there's a little bit of a miscommunication there. Daps running back from the fire, and he's only going to get the one kill, so still a 3-on-2, but a good job from North early on, getting onto the site. Still might not be enough. In fact, the Cirque picks up the kill. It's a 2-on-2, and Mertz hiding. Are they going to let them out of this kitchen? One crosses on over, and Ethan wants to lead the charge. Vald is very low on health right now. Grenade only going to turn them around for a second. They've got the time to do this, NRG. This 2-on-2 could be everything for North. They are just trying to build it. Flick does not hit, and Valdez just hiding. He's waiting. There's no smoke for the defuse either, so it might take a very long time. Valdez going to get a headshot, and now Cirque picks up an M4, and he's going to get the first kill in. They've got the kit. He's going to tab the bomb once, and waiting for Mertz to peek, and Mertz is going to sneak on in. Oh, he misses the one chance that he had, Cirque. That was so close to happening, but Mertz will take him down. What a lethal team, even in that win. North had the advantage. They had the man advantage. Well, they almost lost the round.
Yes, they almost did. And again, it's NRG not having the intel of what's coming. Two players defending against that whole hit, and you were exactly right. Miscommunication. Breeze far too exposed from that angle, and as that player, you have to be always cognizant of how far wide you've swung on that side of the bomb site. North has an avenue back into this game now. 5-6, a great chance to even up the scoreline, and then not only that, but take a huge advantage, take a great lead on what is considered the more difficult half. It's NRG now not winning those eco rounds the way they did on Overpass, those forced buy rounds, so their economy is getting punished.
MSL happy to jump down with a MAC-10, and because he had armor and Daps did not, that is a fight that he can win. I don't know if he heard Breeze behind him, kind of difficult to tell. Ethan getting a kill in, and that had to end pretty quickly. Don't want to lose two men to that fight. Valder in the middle to pick one up, and now Fugly and Cirque. They shouldn't really have a chance to have a say in this one. Flick misses, and Mertz is going to be going down. What is happening for North?
That's the bomb. Fugly can actually readjust to a different location. Cirque's going to be kind of screwed, which is unfortunate for him. He's got to get out. He runs the gauntlet, and he does burn due to the damage from the AK-47. If Fugly can find a weapon, saving it would be phenomenal in this round. They've done a decent job, but that's too late for that. But almost a disaster.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing where just slow it down. There's plenty of time. You don't actually have to try and plant the bomb with the AWP or try and fight at that CT spawn. That was very risky.
Definitely was. 6-6. This time there's full utility, and you'd like to see NRG be able to find a way in the mid-round to start getting aggressive and find some information without just, a single player pushing up somewhere.
Listen,
they need to find a coordinated effort. Yeah.
That base camp is starting to have water and maybe a little bit of petroleum lamp going.
Yeah.
You know,
Oxygen tanks as well for the elevation.
Tanks, yeah, stuff like that. Maybe someone's had a little something to eat. Not much, but a little sandwich. Oh, great flick. Sandwich is gone. Kirby's dead. 4 on 5 and trying to see if they can get into this A-bomb site one more time, but all of NRG are here. They're really bored of losing this A-bomb site. The spray's not going to be connecting, so MSL would at least get the bomb plant down. And there is plenty of utility for NRG for the retake and not very much left on North. They've got a great chance of doing this on the CT side. It'd be nice to get that 7th round on the board just to have a better chance going into the second half. That's a deep Molotov to clear that out. Not bad at all. If they isolate them on the ramp, 3 of them are holding ramp. That's such a big risk for North. Let's see if it's going to be paying off or not. Spray not connecting for Ethan. Mertz, very dangerous angle, jumping up, and he's going to get the shot on Ethan. In fact, I was trying to defuse. Now it's AC Lefeld with a great spray, taking one more down. And now Cirque in a 1 versus 2. He's going to hit the shot regardless, but no kid. He has to run. He gets the quad kill, and they'll still lose the round.
Yeah, just no time on the bomb. There was a kit next to him, but he couldn't pick it up in time. That is a huge recovery from North. Looked like that retake was going to happen, and just the confusion of Mertz jumping up to find the diffuser is massive. Allows Valda to get some free kills. That's big. 15 kills for Cirque, 12 for Valda. But Valda's put his team in a 7-6 lead. That retake went just about as well as you could have hoped for if you were NRG. You had a 5-on-4 due to Cirque getting that opening kill with the AWP. And you had plenty of utility, just cannot make it work. Now they're buying again around this off, and they have a pretty decent buy. Good utility, Bombless and SMG. And look at this aggressiveness. Holy hell.
Gonna work. They're making a bit of noise, so they kind of know. Quick trade. Cirque's gonna be down, and I don't mind the push at all, but I'm not sure why they were jumping around so much.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Cirque kind of came off. I think he expected there to be a gap in that smoke or something, but regardless, you give up that much information, you make those noises, the sound cues, and you have the op in there as well. That's not a weapon you can multi-kill when North is turning the corner in that fashion. So a good response from North once they realize the aggression is coming in. Now look what they do in the map. They're hitting the pause button again. This is North who feels much more comfortable.
Why would you say that, Moses?
You think I'm jinxing them or something?
Of course. Just
They look much more comfortable across this map, just slowing things down, clearing out all the flanks, making sure in a 4-on-2, they're not going to get caught out by something weird.
Barkley and Ethan not quite sure where to position themselves, and I'm not sure if I have any really good ideas either. I mean, do you stay grouped and try and save the guns for the 15th round?
I like what they've done with Fugly. He's just posted up in market with an op. Ethan, aggressive in connector. He's gonna have to start just, you know, taking the risk and going for it. He can either have a flank on Catwalk or a flank through the underpass. There's the jump, the missed shot. That's huge if he would have been able to find just 1 kill there. Now, a little bit scared to get aggressive and get out of market. He knows they can have an angle, but he's got to do something. If Fugly doesn't get a kill with this op, Mertz is going to turn any second to watch this flank, and it's actually 2 players. Here's Mertz to check it. He's going to peek exactly for that, and he spots out Ethan. So all you can really do now is try and pin them down and hold them in, and the FAMAS just isn't going to do the work. Fugly's already backed away with the op. So at least going to stop Kirby on the hunt. But the rest of North is coming, and there's a lot of time left in this bomb still.
Yeah, if they get this overway, that's big news. I think thought Fugly was going to run up there, but now Valda coming through CT spawn, and Fugly's in a lot of trouble. He barely gets that shot. That was actually very close, but not quite close enough. That's 8 rounds for North in the first half on Mirage. Starting to get some radio signals out of the, like, you know, got an antenna going on.
It's all staticky. There's
yeah,
a couple words come through, but mostly static.
Mumble words. People not sure if they're still alive down there even. You don't know at this point.
Yep, seven in a row though for North. It's not bad. Listen, you said it would just be a complete disaster for this North team if they weren't able to bring it to a 3rd map. They're looking pretty strong. Now we have to remember NRG has not been slouches on their T sides whatsoever, so still some risk, especially if NRG can get out to a fast start once they switch over to the offense.
That would have been a nice kill on Fugly, but unable to connect. I think what we're seeing partly is NRG not feeling quite as comfortable on the defense side of this map, and also partly their economy hasn't been as good. So that's a little bit frustrating too. They've had a couple of rounds where even with the rifles, when they haven't had all the utility, that does kind of matter. So some things to look for here for why maybe NRG are having a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, especially ever since North has started on this winning streak. No one from NRG really feels that inspired to be aggressive and to make the plays. This is good trading from North, and obviously, yeah, there's Caribbean as well, helping to protect from Connector. He's been great in middle. Doesn't really have the volume of kills, but he's got the impact, and Cirque and Fugly left alive. The bomb is down in mid, and it's Mertz with an op. It's not going to be easy to manage all these angles, but he's holding the proper one at the moment, looking for Cirque, and almost finds him, almost takes his head off. Cirque is just going to back away, and that's a good thing because he's getting pinched from 2 different angles.
AC thought maybe he could come and find him. He was already out of there. Smoke to try and pick up the bomb. I wonder if they're going to realize how fast Cirque is actually in this A-bomb site. They've kind of lost track of him for a minute. Bomb has been picked up. There's only 13 seconds, so they need to run. And Cirque with the HE and everything else, he might actually be able to ruin their day a little bit here. Could be that 7th round for NRG. That'd be worth celebrating, I think, right now. 4 seconds. Bomb is going to be going down, and Cirque is not quite there in time. Did not have the read. And now the retake is going to be very, very tricky here.
Yeah, they have no idea where these North players went to. Mertz, this is a nasty angle with the op. And there it is. Finds Cirque out into the open, swings a bit too wide. Fugly's only got the scout. Misses the initial shot, has got to swap out for the other weapon, and that's when the AK peaks, but he's found the kill. He's recovered in time, and it's just against AZ. He catches him off guard, sliding out into the open. A nice win from North and a good recovery in this half and series.
Yeah, very well done. They're going to be excited about this, obviously. We'll go for a 2-minute break, and then we'll be back with the second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. North have finally found rock bottom, and now they're starting to make their way back out of the mine, Moses. And they went in this little noodly arms, and they're gonna emerge into the sunlight with grown men, just
muscles rippling.
Muscles, cold dust on their face, and they're gonna be ready to fight.
Maybe we had it all wrong. Maybe they were digging before and like running out of food at the bottom of this hole, and they didn't really know where to go next. So they had to resort to some some pretty dark things. And
yeah, we've all seen that movie.
First they ate Config, shoot him up. And they went around to Magisk, and they had to take care of him.
Now they're coming for NRG.
Yeah, and they just finally had enough food to kind of start getting out. 9-6.
Well, saying that, we obviously jinxed them, but it was fun. AZ is going to be in the A-bomb site alone.
Yeah, he is, and he can get smoked off. Daps has one smoke. I believe that's going to be over towards Connector and Jungle, though, so you might see that aggressive play towards the window room. It's actually down for the middle of the bomb site, and actually, AZ and Mertz get 2. That's huge, but NRG can still recover in this. They're getting the bomb planted just now. Fugly out in the open. It's going to be a tough retake. Breeze has a big job, and he's been great so far. Still carries it forward. Another headshot on an MSL, and he pulls it off onto Mertz. Fugly finishes him off. That is huge, and That puts NRG in the lead for this pistol round.
Absolutely does. Kirby missing all of the shots, and he needed to get that kill almost immediately. Now they know where he is. They can play for time and just simply doesn't have it to run around with. The kid is in CT spawn. Kirby gets the kill, but again, full 10-second defuses at the current moment. He might as well just kind of run for it. But I think even then there's no time. It's a good enough kill, but it will be NRG picking up this round. There's just no time to play this game right now. Fugly going for it, but he realizes he has to run, so great round for NRG. They are going to be loving that. And that was smart. That was a very smart push into CT spawn.
Well, I mean, it's desperate as well. You know, you've been thinned out. You only have 3 players. I think Breeze was the only one really there for a moment before his teammate. That initial battle he takes, he's alone. He has to either just... You either win or lose the round right there by that one battle, and since Breeze wins it, it allows time for the teammate to come in and help him out. But that is a big, big play. Caribbe's going to be happy getting some of those nice kills at the end, some nice shots, but overall losing the round. 7-9, and NRG now have to find a way to navigate around 2 scouts and 3 CZs.
Brought their way back into the game after losing how many rounds? 8 in a row on that first half, yeah, NRG. So I think it's nice breaking that streak. That's a good way to get into the second half.
It's taken long enough. You had to feel not hopeless, but it is a bit brutal to lose that many rounds and a half, especially when you start out 6-1. You always feel disappointed, especially on that CT side. For now, though, they haven't taken too much damage. This would be another really great round for NRG to take. Not just obviously because it brings them closer, but North is fully invested. There's not going to be an AWP in that 4th round. Dap's blind. Valda's going to push him, and he's just so blind. 2 kills with the CZs. Starting to get dangerous, although I'm not sure how KRB is able to get a kill and just not have any pressure put on him. He's so deep.
They burned his retinas right out, didn't they? There was nothing left. MSL holding down here with Kirby on the crossfire. This could be very dangerous, and I think even more annoying at the moment is that NRG is making so much noise running around. I realize they've got 40 seconds, but still, look at the rotation the North is able to get as a result.
Yeah, now the scouts come into play. AZ with 1 misses the shot. That would have been huge. They have smoke. They have Molotov as well. They can make it in. Good kill from Ethan. They need to use utility here. They can't take too much damage from these. Another missed shot. That might spell it. Both scouts over here towards CT spawn, and NRG's done it. They've survived. MSL going to be the last one left with the CZ, and he can maybe find a kill, but that's a good salvaging of the situation from NRG.
Yeah, absolutely. They're kind of low on health, and if he was very fast, maybe he could sort of run into it and get 1 kill. But now, especially that Circus relocated into the apartment, it's very hard to dig somebody out of there. He's gonna try and hold it down, but they will peek him, and it's gonna be pretty close, a little bit close, too close for comfort.
I don't think they expected him to have a kit, else maybe that comes out a little bit earlier, and that might have actually worked for MSL in a different universe, yeah.
I'd love to see that shot that AZ, I think, up on the ticket booth takes down, because I'm almost certain he could have hit 2 for 1 there.
Yeah, might have been able to.
If he had hit that shot and 1 dies and another gets tagged, that might be the round. So yeah.
The North did everything they needed to start that round to win it. With the damage being done with 2 kills with the CZs, and then you have them running across the map long range against the scouts. So that could have been huge. Mertz is going to be in the window room. They put out their own Molotov, and this is just a rush towards that A bomb site. Daps is going to clear it out with the MAC-10, and he's going to find nothing. It's a stack towards the B bomb site.
Here's a question, Moses.
All right. I like these.
Can we agree that NRG did not look like they were very comfortable defending on this map?
It seemed like they didn't have like anything to change into. It seemed like they were comfortable with their style. They just, once it stopped working, they didn't really know what to do. There was nothing after that.
Okay, so does that automatically translate to the T side of a map? Like, if you're bad on the CT side, do you have to be on the T side?
No, not necessarily. Because I think Mirage, can be very tough to have a good CT side, especially if you play it in the passive nature. With how you kind of are able to read the game. That's why you see a lot of teams, reasonably aggressive. I don't think they had a particularly great CT side, but it's not necessarily easy, especially, young teams and all that.
So it might be something to look forward to here for NRG, even if, I don't know, I thought their CT side looked, there were some strange mistakes happening that they weren't doing on Overpass, which is why I think it's the map that does it.
Well, like I said, I think it's just the hardest, not the hardest, but it is one of the harder maps to have a good CT side on it. But if you get that good CT side, then it's really good. Great. Yeah.
9-9, the predicted scoreline after winning the pistol. So that part has been accomplished.
5 smokes, that's all that North has.
Yeah, no AWP either. So this isn't a round you feel great about if you're North. You kind of know you gotta find a way to survive here.
Interesting to note, they actually, maybe they're missing utility. They definitely are, because they went for head armor knowing there's going to be some MAC-10s on the board. Everyone has head armor on the north side of things. You don't normally see that in this 4th round, so really wanted to protect against the front line of these MAC-10s. We'll see if that pans out. MSL going to be behind the smoke, and no one comes through it. There's Caribou with the first kill. He gets traded off, and MSL and AZ doing the work from here. Ethan not able to combine in middle, but that is so close. Look at the HP of those 3 surviving North members.
Yeah, they were very low on health. That was quite a hit. They keep throwing that smoke next to the van that blocks off anyone playing at the bench, which means they can sort of focus on the player playing towards the catwalk, which is not such a bad idea for NRG. I mean, even because the problem is obviously if you jump out the window with 2 or 3 people, if you have the crossfire from bench and catwalk, then that will probably shut it down. But they actually remove one angle of the crossfire and then they just focus on that. I kind of like that idea for NRGs. Good idea.
Well, that round at the very least, it helped MSL. He felt very safe behind that to peek over to the right side, especially with the MAC-10s. Could have come through that. That's a mistake from Caribou. Just wants to do a quick peek. Cirque with the punish. That ult rings out very early on in the round, 1.5 minutes that North has to play with a disadvantage. And we saw NRG really struggle with kind of finding a way to come back in these rounds. We'll see if North has it. I guess the immediate difference that you see on the mini-map is the 2 catwalk players, Mertz and MSL, pushing up and finding a way to work together to get some information and get some kind of a defense in mid.
If they try and go through underpass to help out the rest of the push here, NRG, that position for Mertz could really do some damage. Because they're actually going to go all the way around. The difference right now for NRG between going underpass and going through T-spawn instead is huge.
Yes. Question becomes, when is the timing that North says, all right, we see nothing in mid, we see nothing in the B bomb site?
I think this is going to be great. I think AZ is going to get burned alive, and I don't think Valor can do anything about it. I actually think one Molotov can win them this round.
They're starting to get the idea, though. MSL is pushing forward. He kind of knows what's coming. That's such a big kill, though. That's a huge frag onto AZ. Won't even matter. Valda has to push through the smoke right around the edge, but everyone knows that play's coming. You can see that a mile away. North is going to get reset here. I feel like they have to just try and save these 2 weapons, these AK-47s. MSL's on a flank, though, so it seems like he might go for it, which is scary in a 2-on-5. I think even with some success from MSL, I don't think there's a chance they're able to win the round.
Ethan spots it out, and that should definitely be the time to cancel it. See if they're going to try and chase them very much. Mertz is in the middle hoping for a couple of more kills maybe, but that will be 10 rounds for NRG. Great early pick and then a great rotation to follow it up.
It's going to be another buy, Anders, I believe. AZ can have a weapon. Maybe drop a couple of UMPs over, maybe a scout, but it's going to be a big, big round for North early on in this half. All tied up at 10-10. Is Breeze on overpass, who is stellar. Now it's more of a spread out affair with their three stars performing admirably. Cirque at 20 kills, Ethan at 19, Breeze at 15. How does North want to play this? If they risk their economy in this round, they might just win or lose. They might even go to, it might even be just so you know, the difference between being knocked out or going to a 3rd map in this round, and they don't invest everything. So I think that's a pretty smart, conservative play with your economy.
Yeah, trying to find some middle road that they can play in. Looks like they might want to go aggressive behind the smoke here. Mert's going to be pushing out, although even in spite of NRG putting up all these smokes in the middle, they're actually really far back. So Dab's going to pick up the first kill. That's a good job. Valda picking up the AK, and he's going to hit 1 headshot. Dabs wants to take the fight. That's very dangerous against Valda. Might not want to do that, in fact. There's your answer.
Yeah, let him have mid. You don't need to take those fights. You can understand Breeze maybe pushing up when him and Daps are together.
Look at the boost they have.
This boost is going to be so dangerous. I don't think there's any way Fugly expects this to come in. There needs to be a flash of some sort. MSL might be finding a free kill here. Fugly. There's the gun barrel, there's the peek, and Fugly spots it. It was too slow. He saw it coming, and now he knows Caribou is beneath him, but that's a 1 fight anyway. Now Caribou has the AK.
Cirque with the AWP, got to be very careful. Don't want to give that up. Give Ethan time to work. There's still 50 seconds. If you go down here, then that's almost certainly done. Oh, God, my heart almost jumped out of my chest there. He saw the gun barrel. He wanted to go for it, just couldn't make it happen. And now the running. If he doesn't stop quick, AZ's going to hear it. hiding in the corner. This is a good play right now. Ethan, I think he thinks this bomb site is pretty much evacuated. He's going to try and check all of the angles. AZ's going to be there. It's a good shot on one, but very little health now. And backup is well, it's kind of there, but it might not be in time. 20 seconds for Cirque with the AWP, and Kirby's right underneath him. There's no way for him to know this. Goes to try and pick up the bomb, but Kirby going to win the round. Valda with the triple, Kirby with the double. And that is a monumental round for North.
Yeah, but you could see they're really being tested. Kirby even a huge sigh of relief, and NRG has given up a couple in that round. They let North off the hook in a big way. Still not out of it just yet. NRG, they're going to buy up. They have the money. They have 4 AKs and a CZ. Cash isn't great for the North side.
It's a fun boost though, the one over by the window.
It is pretty cool. Like you don't see it frequently enough.
You know the first window that people jump out of? You can sit 2 people on top of each other in that window, and the top person can be like quite far out to the right. So you can look all the way deep in towards the sofa, and you can't see the first person that's doing the boosting.
Okay.
It's great.
Cool. I like that. Fun facts from Anders.
Trying to give you a little bit of knowledge. You can shoot through the box on overpass and the B-bomb side.
I feel like you've given so many of these ideas over to the players. The fact that we don't see them being used.
It's not true. Some of them are.
Okay.
Every day we play train, people use that wall of smokes, and no one cares.
I mean, that was just a matter of time, though, right? Like we were going to figure those out without you. I do appreciate your contribution to the overall strategic community.
You say that, but we'll never know. I mean, it's true. but listen, I'm going to try anyway. Oh, that's a good shot from Mertz, but he might get caught there right behind him. He turns around for the kill. Suck with a double in return. That they desperately needed that. Can they make it onto the site? AC and Kierbu need to hold on right now. North can't let NRG back in the game. The bomb is all the way at top mid, and 3-on-3, NRG, this kind of slowdown, it can be kind of hard to manage.
They're never going to know Kirby's here. They spotted one out in CT spawn. They got 2 kills in connector. They never expected Kirby. It's actually saved them that this bomb is so far away, because if they had kept pushing forward, AZ would have baited them right into a trap. And now with the pause being hit by both teams.
Cirque heard AZ running.
Cirque is a great position, but if they do come back towards A, right, they're going to clear everything. So now that kind of helps out. The question is, how aggressive does MSL want to be on this flank? He's pushed half the way up these B holes.
I think if AZ can go and look towards middle, then they'll kind of know that no one's coming catwalk, and MSL is holding apartment, so they have almost the whole map covered. But he's not looking into middle. He's still by CT spawn waiting. Dabs and Ethan making their way through middle with the bomb. Let's see if Kierbu's going to be in position when this finally happens. They have a lot of grenades left on both sides here, so one good grenade could also change the entire outcome of this. Ethan sneaking his way in. 20 seconds is not a lot of time to try and make this happen. Deep Molotov definitely gives the game away. The smoke in front to try and see if they can go for the bomb plant. Ethan with the bomb out. He's going to be going down, and now Kierbu just has to live. Buy time is all that matters, and he's not going to be patient. Cirque will take him down. Still only 7 seconds here, running to try and pick up the bomb, and he's going to have it. He could actually... No, he can't find the plant zone. Oh, no. He would have had time. By the time he picked it up, he could have just done it, but he couldn't find the plant zone in time, and even I think that was a triple kill for Cirque.
Yes.
It wasn't enough. He's got 23. He's having a great game right now, but that's kind of a devastating way to lose a round,
yeah,
or at least be out of a round.
Just in general, NRG stumbling down the stretch of this game, which has been really, really rough. They've had a couple of chances here. This was a great double kill for Cirque to even out the scoreline. Great shots from Mertz, able to react. Just a very long time on the pause. Flashbang doesn't affect Cirque whatsoever. It almost felt like he was waiting for it. He knew it was coming.
He was.
He's playing very well. But if you're NRG now, the tough part is you kind of have to swallow your pride a little bit, and you have to, I almost feel like you have to save here, but you're going to go for a buy. This is surprising.
To me, that Cirque versus Kierbu battle almost highlights the difference in how stressed they are right now. Because Cirque waits for the flashbang, goes for the fight. Kierbu probably should have waited and just, he could have, I think he had a smoke. He could have probably smoked himself off down there and
play for the time. I think it's a matter of Kierbu maybe feeling like he has to do so much for this team at the moment. Feels like he has to be that star player, and you can, obviously in that scenario, I agree with you, play for the time, but at the same time, you don't want to like really limit someone like Kierbu, who's such a dynamic player. You want to let him have that kind of freedom. Even if it's going to bite you, it's probably saved you a number of times as well, that kind of mindset.
Yeah, but I think if they were feeling more comfortable, North, then he'd sort of like have the cool to say, let's not, Well, this is going to be a big hit with the 1 AK and a lot of pistols. They've done it before, NRG a lot of times, in fact, on overpass. Is it going to work this time? Ethan jumping down, instantly dinked, and a great double for AC. That's going to buy all the space they need. That instant headshot always feels great. They are going to take AC down, but 13-10 North. They've got a rope up to the top now, Moses, and they're climbing.
Yeah,
they're making their way back out.
They're going to bring us to a third map. I don't think NRG has what it takes to kind of come back in this one, although they've proven us wrong a number of times throughout this event.
Is it the rope? Have they built like a little makeshift elevator? Like a little... It's like a little... You gotta like pull yourself up.
Yeah.
Some basic technology going on down there in the north pit of despair.
They're moving up through the dark ages.
Yeah.
Everyone's in middle, and everyone's about to get slaughtered. They're all blind. Valda having a shooting gallery. Another flash going to be coming out. Mertz with the op, trying to take out some of these players in the back, and he's doing a great job. Pistol out. There goes Fugly. Gotta love that pistol. Didn't even look like he was aiming.
The magic that is the CSET 75.
It looked like the recoil was going all over the place, and then he just dies, so it's all right. Whatever. Op out on Cirque.
Not a CSET 75 player, are you, Moses?
No, I actually suck with that weapon. I might be the only person in the world who sucks with that weapon.
No, I can't make it work either. We might be too old at this point. Might be the thing.
AZ behind the Molotov, and he might choose to push. A flash over initially is going to make everyone worried. Oh, Breeze, got to be careful. The op is here. They need to apply pressure before Breeze peaks. Smoke is going to delay things, buys Mertz a bit more time. It's NRG. I think they might want to come through this. I think they might just say, screw it. Smoke's going to come over. AZ is backed off from close up. There's the shot. Going to go for the follow-up. Good kill from Breeze. Picks up the aggression. Valda on top of the stairs. He's going to wait. He's going to be smoked out. Daps turning the corner, though. He's going to come through. They know where Valda is. Daps needs to find him, and he can. Sprays him down right in the headshot and a follow-up as well. Controlling the window room, but it's a 2-on-2.
Such a great fight for Daps, but he just wasn't expecting a third person to come climbing through. If he had that, might have easily been a triple. Let's see now, 2-on-2. And this, I think, is now a question of NRG trying to actually stay in this map. Bomb plant going to go through. Good cover from Fugly. They are both trapped in this corner, and I don't like that.
They need to get out of the site. Someone needs to get out of the site. Someone needs to have the guts to kind of fight your way out if need be, but there's a flank coming in from MSL, and that's why this trap inside the bomb site is going to be so tough.
And the Molotov. Oh, God, that forces them out. AZ got them in the open. Going to get the headshot as well. Now it's a 1 versus 2. Fugly going to get shot in the back. That's 15 rounds for the North team. Now, all the movement down in the mine modes is starting to register on the NRG seismographs. They're starting to look, they can sort of read it if they're thinking, what on earth is going on? Have they come out again after that much time?
They've at least seen some sunlight tunneling towards it, 15-10, and this has been great. Both halves, they've started out relatively slow. It was 6-1 in the first half. It was 4-1 in the second half, but they seem to figure things out, and now we're starting to see the adaptation, and Valda playing like he really wants that gold jacket.
Yeah, what a player. Kiabu going to be peeking into the middle and will get his face taken right off. There's nothing left. Close casket funeral.
Yeah, John Travolta levels of face off. There we go. Fugly's going to re-smoke the window. Valda inside connector, and he's also going to get dropped. Nicely done from Breeze. Good fights being taken from NRG, or maybe just straight up heads up fights, but they're equalized so quickly. As usual, we see AZ and Mertz with responses on this map in ways we didn't see on Overpass. MSL stuck right against him, and Breeze, he figures it out. Finds out why he's not moving, and he just continues to build. Breeze is unstoppable in this round, and Circa's got a double. He opens and he closes. There's a little bit of life yet for NRG.
Yeah, he's really playing an amazing game, isn't he? Breeze starting to get way up there as well, almost catching up to Ethan and Cirque, a little bit ahead in the kills right now. 11-5, and now it becomes the simple question, Moses, of just closing out the game. That's what they need to do.
Yeah. Well, that's sometimes the hardest part.
As we know.
Especially for Danish teams. Yeah, he had North yesterday. That was rough. At least they're on 15, right? At least they have the pressure removed that they're at least playing for overtime. And Mertz, oh yeah, he's getting taken down from a different angle. He's stuck around far too long. So perhaps, yeah, I mean, that's a mistake I don't think he makes earlier in this half. Maybe the pressure is getting to him a little bit. Sticks around longer than necessary. But NRG has shown they don't necessarily always convert these man advantages. They lost a couple earlier on in this half.
Yeah, pressure is starting to build here. First map was all NRG all the way. Molotov onto Valde. He can't really get out, and well, Fugly was there to help him.
Ooh, he spotted that as well. He's gonna get another one. No MSL from underneath, but he's got the information. He knows there's a push, and he knows one's in window really, really hurt. The rest of NRG is gonna readjust towards the A bomb site. They know AZ is gonna be there all alone, and there goes Kirby. That's the middle player. That's the only opportunity for reinforcements for AZ, so he's just gotta stand his ground. He's gotta do everything. The shoulder peek gives away his position, and yeah, caught out in the open. It was a desperation play from AZ, and he's gone. MSL can only save NRG 12 to 15 as they come back, and they're taking money away slowly. I think there's going to be another buy next round. But NRG, with that reset, are striking distance, and I think they've got the crowd into it as well.
Yeah, crowd cheering for NRG and Kiev. That's amazing. This crowd has been really good in terms of cheering for all sorts of different teams. Obviously, might be a slight bias towards Na'Vi, but we can forgive that.
I'd imagine so.
I mean, when they opened the doors this morning, people were running. I heard people running in when the whole arena was empty, and they were shouting Na'Vi.
Yeah.
They weren't even playing the first game. That's how much they love them. I quite like. I think who was it? Was it Daps or Ethan who was coming out of the apartments and shoulder peeking AZ? Ethan. So that's really smart, because the reason AC has that forward position is he's actually expecting the shoulder peek to happen for CT spawn. So he's hoping that Ethan is going to step a little bit further out to shoulder peek CT spawn instead, but Ethan actually is playing it super carefully. That's a small little detail. Obviously, otherwise AZ would have just stayed. There's more cover in CT spawn anyway, but he was definitely trying to have that off angle.
The patented Costanza stop short move from Ethan.
Yeah.
Gives him all the info.
Just love it.
Absolutely love it.
15 to 12, and one rifle saved. The rest going to be all pistols. Breeze in the middle, just loving it at the moment. MSL and Valde going to be going down, and one good grenade up towards Mertz, and he would be done with as well. The M4 even disappeared.
I actually thought Breeze got 3 there, only 2. I'll still be happy with that stat padding. It's always nice when the eco kills come to you. Struggles with that one, but does find it. Ethan now dropped by Kirby, and I think he's got to save this AK-47. Looks like he wants to get aggressive, maybe find a couple more, but they now know the B bomb site is going to be open. They have Mertz down low. They know where Kirby is. They're going to leave Daps in middle. Maybe find a kill or delay any kind of rotation, but they have this round sewn up.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty important that Kirby saves this AK. AZ only has 1900. He's going to need a gun dropped over to him if he wants to get good utility. So Kirby, for me, again, I just considered backing off.
I mean, the M4 is in the middle somewhere, right? So I'm guessing Mertz wants to try and see if he can find it, and then Kirby can save the AK, and that would certainly help them out. I wonder if they've run away with it somewhere. No, it's right there. So he picks it up. I think that's also why Daps is lingering around, but I almost wish he would have taken a look at it a bit more.
Yeah, I was gonna say he would have been way more aggressive if he was trying to watch that M4. Maybe even put a second player with him on catwalk. Doesn't happen, and actually that's a huge find down the stretch of this game. One of the big advantages for NRG to even things out would have been to reset that economy, and North saving 2 weapons helps to build up cash that they can spend later on. But we've got a game out of it. Another buy coming in this time for North. Mertz will have that AWP.
I mean, they have so much money on the NRG side. I'm kind of a little bit disappointed that they didn't go look more for it. Like, try and defend the gun. Maybe not right away. Wait until the bomb is down or something, but then go look for it, and then maybe even try and hunt down the AK. It doesn't matter if they lose the rifles at this point, so...
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they're not feeling ready for it. This round, I think they would hunt down. But yeah, you're right. They have plenty of cash to go for a risk like that, and Cirque wanted to take this shot, and actually... he maybe just hadn't run into the flames. AZ would have given him the opportunity.
He's going to fall all the way back. Ethan, pretty close up in apartments. Could maybe hear it if they start to make too much of a move. And Cirque is still defending, so in case they wanted to try and push up. But that means only Mertz is keeping an eye on middle, and they've got the similar kind of setup. Oh, that's a nice shot from Daps.
All right, Daps. He's going to go for more. He's feeling it. He's got the hot hand, not aware of Kirby, rotating around towards the van. Backs away. All of NRG moving in unison across the map. Ethan waiting patiently in Palace. Valda and AZ are still very close up. AZ's on top of that flower pot inside of a ramp. And because there's nobody whatsoever from NRG watching any of this, they have to clear this out. They have to be aware of the possibility. Caribbean rotating over. Mertz is going to be on catwalk. This is going to be a tough hit. They're going to have to fight every step of the way. It's going to be non-stop all the way into the bomb site with only 40 seconds left.
Surely they're going to flash their way in. That's such a timely smoke at 35 seconds. That's devastating. And now AZ trying to look over it. Daps is crouching in. He's got the AK back in his hands. Can he make it through? 29 seconds. NRG, the whole second map rides on this. And now North are walking with their backs turned out of the ramp. 20 seconds. And finally they're going to make their move. Daps is going to win the first fight. That's a huge kill. Taking down AC. The flashbang and following it up. Valda with a great double spray. Looking for the triple, but he can't get it. Back in the corner. And can they make this work still? Almost no time, 8 seconds, and Spray's coming in, and that's a round. Kirby with a beautiful triple, 16 to 13, as North make it map number 3 here at the semifinals. That must be an unbelievable relief. Finally, sunlight in their faces, Moses.
Fresh air.
The shovels have been thrown away. Now they're ready.
Perfect bait from Caribbean, and you can't even complain. Let your teammates die. You have the perfect position. There's no time to get that bomb planted. And that was just NRG being far too telegraphed. And you could see that on both sides of the map. They didn't really, on the CT side, they played too passively to have information to know what's coming. And on the T side, just way too telegraphed in that last round, especially when the smoke goes down on A ramp and there's no action anywhere else on the map with 20 seconds left. North just knows, and everyone's rotated in position, and everyone knows exactly what's going to happen.
We're going to go on to Inferno as the deciding map, which is the best thing ever. We love that. Now, the thing we don't know, Moses, is did they bring any dragons or any alien technology or anything out of that pit? We're going to find out.
Haven't seen any dragons.
No dragons yet?
No signs of dragons.
No, but they only just came out, so we don't even know yet. You know, they've just made it onto
it's like
solid
Game
ground.
of Thrones. You have to wait like 5 seasons before you get to see the dragons.
Yeah, and then it's not even worth it. So.
And then one becomes a zombie. Yeah. Spoilers.
All right, what an interesting game. I love it.
Yeah, this is cool, and we've obviously seen some really cool stuff at both teams, and now we're just seeing North fight for it, third map. We're gonna go to the desk, I believe,
yes.
And then we'll be back with third map afterwards.